Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Daniel Federico Show. Week 4. This week we're going to be talking about NBA news. So the draft just wrapped up. Free agency is open. We're going to be talking about the NHL Draft and the NHL free agency. We are going to be talking a little bit about some CFL no highlights this week. Just strictly rants. We're going to talk about some Copa and we're going to talk about some Euros. Sounds like a great show. But let's get right into it. The NBA draft just wrapped up, and the biggest story is Bronny James went in the second round to the Los Angeles Lakers. I could have guessed that one. I could have easily guessed that one. He went to the Los Angeles Lakers, the 55th overall, 55th overall pick. We knew it was going to happen. Because Bronny is obviously the GM. And do I think Bronny should have stayed another year in college? Yes. Am I hating on the guy? No. I think he's going to be a good football player. I think he's going to be a great basketball player, Bronny James Jr. Playing along his father, they become the very first father and son duo in the National Basketball Association. Boys, I am so incredibly tired today. Literally just got back from coaching football, and I'm recording this, and I'm going to put it in an edit, and I'm going to shoot it out. Send it right out. Just because I know I'm recording this a little late. I've just been busy this week. So, this is my free time. Probably free for another hour or so until I go to bed. It's where my life is at right now. Woohoo! Coaching football, going to bed, and working. What up? But let's get into the draft recap. Not really any surprises. I like the Toronto Raptors picks. But I don't want to make sure I don't botch any selections. So I have my handy dandy iPad right here to help a brother out. The first overall pick was from France. Small forward, Zachary Richard. Great pickup for the Atlanta Hawks. But where did... Actually, Zach Edey. That was probably the only surprise. He went in the top 10. I know he's a great basketball player in college. But going to the top 10, a little shaky. He's not playing for Team Canada anymore, as he ruled out that he would not be playing for Team Canada anymore because he wants to prepare for his preparation of his rookie season. You can't hate on him. That's strictly a business decision. Doesn't want to play in the Olympics because he wants to prepare for his rookie season. And when you're a rookie that just got picked in the top 10, that might have not deserved to go into the top 10. Like, I actually won't say the word deserved. I think he was going to go in the first round, maybe in the 20s or the 15s, 15 to 20, but not top 10. But he did. So, yeah, now you got to live up to the hype in a top 10 NBA draft pick. That's basically all I have. The Lakers selected the 17th overall Dalton Knecht. Great pick out of Tennessee. I'm watching the press conferences where the rookies got announced, and the Bronny just stole the show. Obviously, it's LeBron's son. But no one really. It does not seem like anybody cares about their first round selection. And trust me, he's going to be a stud for the Los Angeles Lakers. What I really thought that more questions are obviously going to be more aimed at Bronny. Because you got to live up to the hype now. Yeah, you weren't a first round draft pick, but you have the ultimate hype around you and expectations because you are one of the great son, LeBron James' son. So it makes sense the media is more covering you. That's how it's going to be like for the rest of his career. He signed a 4-year contract, all guaranteed money. Little surprised about that. He's probably the highest paid second round pick. But that's pretty much it. Let me check. Yeah. Nothing really surprised me in the NBA draft this year. I usually go like, oh no, I'm shocked. So I got a couple picks in the past years, but this year I'm not really that much shocked about everyone's selection. Like Jared McCain got selected. He went to the Philadelphia 76ers, the 16th overall pick. Right there, deserved. Jared McCain's a great basketball player, but he has a personality in the NBA to be in the NBA. But if he keeps on doing TikTok, following TikTok videos in the locker room, holy motorcycle in the background. The one downside of recording outside. But what I'm saying, if he keeps on doing TikTok videos in the locker room, I think Joel Embiid's going to throw a basketball at his head if they're on a losing streak. Because Joel Embiid is strictly business. Business. That's all I have from the NBA draft. But now let's move to the offseason. Free agents, a lot of teams. Like Kemba Walker just retired, but he is actually joining the Charlotte Hornets coaching staff after a 12-year career. It didn't. I'm not gonna lie. Retirements sometimes don't shock me, but he has, I would say, enough left in the tank to play maybe 1 or 2 more years. But now he's a coach, so that's even better. That's a great voice for Charlotte to have in the locker room, on the bench. So why not? But let's look at some transactions in the NBA. The reason why I'd be looking down a lot is because I don't want to botch any of the free agent moves. Just wouldn't be a good thing to do, botch signings. But that's why you always have an iPad. You see broadcasters, they have a teleprompter. I don't have a teleprompter. I have an iPad. Why not? On July 3rd. So there was a trade the Toronto Raptors made for Davion Mitchell, and future draft considerations. And they only had to give up Jalen McDaniels. You're getting a young stud, or another young stud, and one has more potential upside in Davion Mitchell. I think the Raptors won that trade. We talked about last week that JJ Redick got signed as the Lakers head coach. LeBron signed a 2-year deal today. Worth, what was it? I'm trying to think. It doesn't say in this transaction list. Let's get in this. Hey, NBA.com, do you want to load today? Yeah, I don't know why his thing's not here, our free agent tracker. Okay. His deal's not here, and I don't feel like Googling his deal. But I can tell you this. He got paid money to play in the NBA. What a shocker. Also, the Paul George era and the Clippers is over. They didn't really do much with Kawhi, and I honestly think Kawhi should be regretting moving from the Toronto Raptors about now. Why did Kawhi leave Toronto? He wanted to go home. But it looks like you're doing nothing with the Clippers. Clippers have done nothing. You bring in Paul George, you don't do anything. And the last news I want to talk about in the NBA, Klay Thompson is signing with the Dallas Mavericks. Sad to see him leave. The dynasty is officially over in Golden State. Don't know how you keep Draymond and not Klay. I don't understand that. I would honestly, if I was a GM, I'd rather have Klay and Steph than Steph and Draymond. After last season and Draymond, I go, that's like, what? What do you do? What? What are you doing? When I saw that, it's sad that Klay's moving, but why would you do that? I guess Klay Thompson's agent gave the Warriors 4 contracts, and they did not like any of the 4. If you want to keep some hope of your dynasty alive, you should have kept Klay Thompson and got rid of Draymond Green. That's just me though, but I'm not a National Basketball Association, an NBA. I'm not an NBA GM. I think it was very stupid. I will never understand that. But the Dallas Mavericks are looking pretty good with Clay now as their corner 3 shooter. Adding a veteran presence that can still shoot threes. People are probably going to talk about Bay Area. Like, all the time I see the Clay Thompson slander in this offseason is like, remember he shot 0-10 in an elimination game, and that's the reason why he's out. Yeah, but do you remember the time Draymond Green literally broke up what was going good at Golden State with Jordan Poole? He literally broke that up because he felt like they had to get in a fight at practice, and he cried to the GM probably and said, "Hey, ship off Jordan Poole." Yeah, Jordan Poole's not playing the greatest, but he was playing pretty swell, pretty great, pretty good with Golden State, and you knock off his mojo and punch him in the face and trade him away. And Jordan Poole is the future, but to keep your superstars happy, you gotta do what they gotta see. Whatever they say, you gotta do. I don't understand that. Why do you care about keeping Draymond Green happy? I don't understand. I won't understand for a while. This seems like it's going to be a rebuilding year for the Golden State Warriors. Okay. Let's move on to the NHL. Oh, and I'm also trying to do this episode on one take. The reason why I want to do this is because, well, I'm doing this show to challenge myself. And if you guys realize in the previous episodes, in the previous 3 weeks that I've really cut up every segment, I want to see if I can do this all in one take. The reason is because I want to challenge myself and see how much mistakes I make. Like right now, the start of this episode probably seems so unorganized, but I'm telling you guys, I have a script that I'm going off of. Like not an actual script of, it's segments basically. I start with the NBA, then I go to the NHL, then I'm going to go to the CFL, then I'm going to go talk about soccer. Actually, I'm going to talk about football today, but then I'm going to go to soccer. Those are my segments that I'm going through. I'm also going to talk about some Niagara stuff today. Well, I'm going to talk about one Niagara stuff. I just want to promote something that we'll get to that point in the episode. But if you guys think this is unorganized, it's really not. I am just trying to, this is basically how I do one cuts. All in one cut. I'm just trying to challenge myself here. And what better than challenge myself on a Thursday night? Or no, on a Wednesday night. Forgot what day it was. That's how my brain's working today. But let's get to the NHL Draft. It just wrapped up. The Toronto Blue... I'm saying all the Toronto sports except the right one. The Toronto Maple Leafs didn't have the greatest draft, but they are actually having, I would say, a successful free agency right now. And we're going to talk about the free agency just in a second. But one thing that shocked me, well, Canadian Celebrini. See, botching names. This is what I would probably edit out. This is probably what I'd probably cut and redo the whole thing. But Celebrini. Oh my God! You know what? Hope you guys know what I'm talking about. Gonna take a couple of times to practice this name. Celebrini was drafted first overall to San Jose Sharks. And you know what I knew? What I just found out actually as he got drafted? That his father, his dad, his pops, is the head of player medicine for the Golden State Warriors. That's insane. That's incredible. I don't know why that headline just pops up. That's like something that like you would hear pre-draft. Maybe a lot of diehards knew about it pre-draft. That his dad works in San Jose, works in California. I'm just finding this out now. That's pretty cool though that he gets drafted first overall to San Jose. He used to play on the San Jose Junior Sharks, AAA team back in the day when he was a youngster. Him going number 1 to there was pretty awesome. The one thing that I was pretty happy about, pretty shocked to go 6th overall and be the first Utah selection. So yeah, the first Utah hockey club selection in their history was Jerome Lagunia's son, Taj Aglinia. Jerome Lagunia's, Taj Aglinia. See, now I got my tongue all mixed up. Well, Jerome Laguna, oh my God, see, Lagunia's son, Jerome Lagunia's son, was drafted 6th overall to Utah, Canadian, out of Kelowna, in the WHL. I was pretty shocked for him to go 6th overall. Not a bad selection. He'd probably go play in the WHL for one more year, or play in the AHL for a year, and then probably be a third liner in the NHL after that. I think he'll have a good career, not a career like his father. That's gonna be pretty hard to beat. But it was that's a cool moment for Jerome to see his son get drafted, and that's a pretty incredible moment. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But the Montreal Canadiens, Ivan Demimia. Oh my God! See, I hope no one actually like clips this, because I just look like an idiot. And how many times have I said to you guys to just listen to an idiot speak? Ivan Demidov from Russia was drafted 5th overall. I can't believe he dropped to 5th. I thought he was going to be the 3rd overall pick or the 2nd overall pick. Montreal Canadiens, they had an A+ rating in this year's draft, an A+ rating in the draft this year. While for my Leafs, probably a C. Maybe a B-. Nah, let's go C. There's not much to talk about the NHL Draft. Cool experience, though, to have it in the Sphere in Las Vegas. That was an incredible experience. Now, next event I really want to see in the Sphere, the UFC event. How are they going to do that? I know it's going to be spectacular when the UFC holds an event in the Sphere. But let's get to the NHL transactions. A team that I really want to highlight and talk about is the Toronto Maple Leafs. Their offseason so far. Okay. Why is it not popping up? Oh, actually, one bad news is Nick Robertson for the Toronto Maple Leafs requested a trade. It was never his fault, but he is a little small guy, a little weak guy. So he's really not, like, what is it? It's his time to go. I don't know what, I can't say it to save him or to save it and then try to talk bad about him. He can't. He played his heart out for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Just didn't work out. He requested a trade now. He's unhappy. He wants out. It's going to suck seeing him leave. He was an absolute stud for us. I just hope the best for him. Steven Stamkos leaves Tampa, stunned about that, and goes to Nashville, goes to the Predators. He's a Predator now. He goes to the Nashville Predators. Don't know how you give Victor Hedman Tampa Bay all that much money, because Victor Hedman just re-signed with Tampa and he got $1 billion damn near. Not really damn near, but he got a hefty contract. And I don't know how you pay your defenseman that, but not your star player in Steven Stamkos that has been there for 1 billion years and has been the heart and soul of Tampa Bay Lightning hockey. And he wanted to stay. That's the worst thing. And I feel bad for Tampa fans because they're probably upset. But the worst thing is that he wanted to stay with Tampa. Tampa just didn't want him to stay. Not even a veteran role, not even as a third liner. He's not even bad at playing the third line, the second liner, and stuff like that. That's what pretty much pisses me off. Sorry I swore, but I like Steven Stamkos. I'm a Stamkos fan. Not a Tampa fan, but I'm a Stamkos fan. But now he's going to be on Nashville. He's Nashville Predators. He's going to do good there. I think Tampa's obviously going in a different direction. Probably trying to go younger. You got to keep Stamkos on until he retires. Just like what Pittsburgh's doing with Sidney Crosby. If Sidney Crosby does not retire a Pittsburgh Penguin, I will be shocked. Upset. I'm a Crosby fan, not a Pittsburgh fan, too. Crosby's my favorite athlete of all time. Kept his mouth quiet all these years. Never said anything bad in the media, unless he was pissed off post game. It stayed out of the media. Stayed out. He was never, he was never. What was it? Uh, what is it? What's the word? What's the word I am looking for here? He was never an asshole. I don't even know how to swear. He was never an asshole. He was very great to all his fans. And I think Pittsburgh does him a solid, keeps him forever. Unless Malkin leaves, and, maybe there's questions about Crosby. But let's get into a lot of these. Let's see if I can go to the Toronto Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs. The Toronto Maple Leafs apply. Oh my god, can I get this all? Sorry guys, I'm struggling. All in one take. Not messing up much. Okay. Tarasenko signs a 2-year contract with the Detroit Red Wings. And they just brought back Patrick Kane. Great deal. There we go. There we go, Tarasenko. He's having a good couple of months. A couple of weeks. Let's see. I'm just trying to look through all these trades. Like, what do I want to talk about? That's the best thing about the show. Is like, what do I want to talk about here? The Toronto Maple Leafs sign Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Great trade for great pickup for that blue line, and brings veteran presence to this blue line and beefs it up, more physical in that D line. And I think this is the type of player that the Toronto Maple Leafs have been wanting for plenty of years. Cannot be upset with that deal. Oh hell no, I can't be upset with that deal. I don't know why this website's just not doing me justice. It's not. Give me the transactions. The craziest thing is, I don't know why some transactions are not popping up. Like NHL transactions. That's literally what I'm Googling. Like ESPN is giving me stuff that, like, they're not even giving me the actual stuff on Monday. No, like, I don't, like, what is this? I want to talk about the transactions, and this is what I've been struggling with all day. I go to TSN. You know what? I'm done with this. Pulling out the phone. I can find everything much faster on my phone. Let's go to NHL. There we go. This is all I wanted. The free agent tracker. TJ Brody is a Blackhawk now, and they actually Patrick Maroon signed a 1-year deal. Like, they had a great first day of free agency. Sean Monahan is a Blue Jacket on a 5-year deal, $27.5 million. Kapanen signed a 1-year deal to the Blues for $1 million. Canucks got Jake DeBrusk for 7 years, $38.5 million. Like, the Canucks boosting their team. This is what you want to do when you're a Canadian team, and that's just, you seem like you're just a player away. The Leafs, on the other hand, they're a whole roster away. I just want to look at what else I want to talk about. Tampa Bay signs Jake Guentzel for a 7 year, $63 million contract. Like, see, the money's getting thrown around on July 1st on Canada Day. Happy belated Canada Day to you guys. The Maple Leafs do re-sign Matt Murray to a 1-year deal. I don't know what this is about. He's just been hurt, injured. When he does play, awful, looks bad. He's going to be our third goalie because we re-signed Joseph Wall to a 3-year, $10 million. And then we signed Anthony Stolarz to a 2-year, $5 million. And then they finally reached the deal with Toronto Maple Leafs with Chris Tanev. So earlier in the week, day before the draft, they traded for Chris Tandem's rights to be the first one to talk to him, and they signed him to a 6-year contract, $27 million. That defense is already boosted. Him over Ekman Larson. Still probably gonna be a first-round exit. No lies detected here. The Edmonton Oilers, they bring in Jeff Skinner for a year. They bring in Corey Perry they re-signed Corey Perry for a year. They re-signed Adam Henrique, and they re-signed Connor Brown. See, they got to business, the Oilers. The Red Wings signed Jack Campbell to a 1 year. He's off. He fell off there. Jack Campbell. So that's pretty much big deals that happen. And I think the Toronto Maple Leafs are so far having a pretty good offseason. And I just want to see more of this offseason to come for the Toronto Maple Leafs. That's pretty much all I want to talk about in the NHL free agency. Next week, I'm probably not going to do this one-cut gem. I just want to see how it looks. I'm still going to post it. I honestly post it all. If people make fun of me for posting it, yeah, get a life. They won't. No one will make fun of me because this isn't even bad. This is probably comedy to them. So that's the thing to worry about. But that's all I want to talk about. Next week, I will be talking more about it. I talked a little bit about the NBA draft. There's not really much I want to talk about the NBA draft, and that's always going to be like how it is. Zach Edey, like look at this photo from Zach Edey on his draft day. It's an album cover. It's the sickest photo. How does Jason Tatum try to keep on creating iconic moments and just looking for one of them to go viral, but Zach Edey did it literally 5 minutes after he got drafted. Jason Tatum, tell me that. Media, tell me that. It is what it is. NHL. Oh, and before I finish off talking about the NHL, listen to this. Listen to this from Paul Maurice and their championship parade. They had a championship parade today, earlier this week. I think it was yesterday. I think it was Tuesday or Monday. Or was it Sunday? I think it was Sunday, actually. Saturday, Friday. It was. I'm saying all the days of the week now. It was one day, someday. Last week, late last week or early this week. Just look at this speech. I think this is the greatest speech a head coach has ever given in a championship parade.
In my wildest dreams, I've never would have thought I could see this. Seriously. Right now. I want to thank all of the police officers and the fire department, especially the fire department that had to fix my daughter and her friend. Took a beer can off the head. God bless them. I want to thank all of you for these men here for welcoming our families to Florida. For our wives, our children to come to Florida. My 2 cats, this is Poppy. Wait, this is Penny. Those are my 2 cats. My daughter made the shirt. I promised her we win the Stanley Cup. I'm wearing that shirt. I got one more word for you. And actually, this isn't for you.
One more time, Mo. Once more.
I don't think he forgot to thank one person. He thanked his players. He thanked his family. He wore a shirt that his daughter made him. All-time great guy, and I'm actually happy that he won it. I'm glad he won a championship. That parade looked dead, though. Florida, yeah, they had a lot of fans, but the parade when they're on the bus going through the city just looked a little dead. But it is what it is. Kachuk is absolutely hammered every single day. Does anybody know if he mixed in a water in the last 7 days? Has he mixed in a water? Probably not. Maybe he should start thinking doing that. It's funny. And look at this photo from Roberto Longo eating spaghetti, out of the Stanley Cup. Look at that photo. That's real Italian right there. But let's move on to the CFL. So I'm not going to do CFL highlights this week, just because I'm a little lazy to write a script for that. So if you guys didn't realize, each week I kind of do a script to talk about CFL. But I can give you a rundown right here. So I think it was 3 out of the 4 games of the weekend finished in a field goal, in a walk-off field goal in the final moments. Lions beat the Edmonton Elks to go. Edmonton Elks are now 0-4. Okay, I'm trying to get that spit it out, Daniel. It's literally like that's how my brain's going. Spit it out. I'm gonna say something. I'm going to rant after I talk about the other games. BC Lions look legit. They are legit. Bernard Maddox Jr. is legit. Looking legit. I can't wait to see what he does for the rest of the season. Argos lose to Montreal. Montreal is a powerhouse. They're probably going to go on a dynasty, just like Winnipeg. They look incredible. They look great. Oh, my God. And I love seeing Tyson Philpott go off. He's the best receiver in the CFL right now. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers are still winless. They lose to Calgary 22-19 on another walk-off field goal. That's 32. And then the Tiger Cats lose to Ottawa. And I'm going to go on a rant here. Today, the Hamilton Tiger Cats yesterday, as I'm recording this on Wednesday, on Tuesday, they fired their special teams coordinator, and you take the lead. The Hamilton Tiger Cats took the lead at one point, right with 30 seconds left. I want everyone at home, all the coaches. What do you do here? Do you A, squib the ball, squib kick the football? B, do you pin them deep? Or C, do you onside it? Could be 5 seconds to answer this, and you don't have to be a damn genius to answer this. You are up. 30 seconds left. You're only up 2. Oh no, you were only up 1. 30 seconds left. What do you do? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are gonna kick the hell out of that football and put your defense in a great position to stop them. You have 30 seconds, 3 down football, and a long way to go to get in field goals range. Instead, the Hamilton Tiger Cats, and honestly, rightfully so, fired their special teams coordinator after this game because he decided to squib kick the football, and instead of putting them on like the 35 or maybe the 20, they put them on like the 40, and they got field goals range in 2 plays, walk-off field goal. Ottawa wins the game. Tiger Cats are winless. These Hamilton Tiger Cats, this defense looks awful. Offense looks pretty good. Tim White finally woke up. Special teams just lost you the game. But if I'm Scott Milanovich and I overhear my special teams coordinator go in the huddle, hey boys, bring it in. We're going to squib kick the football. And if Scott Milanovich is probably on the sideline just like this, just looking around the football field, and he goes, someone say squib the football? They're going to squib that football? They're squibbing the football. Yep, we're firing him tomorrow. He's probably too, whoever coaches beside him probably go, I'm going to fire him tomorrow. That was my acting skills. They squibbed the football. I'm watching the game too, and I go, no one is in the living room where I'm watching the game, and I go, did they just squib that football? Obviously, I said a swear word, probably in between, did they squib that swear word football? I'm one of those couch coaches. That might have been the stupidest decision of all time. And that special teams coordinator, what are you doing, brother? You suck, and have fun on the couch watching the rest of the CFL this season, because you're not getting a job. Your special teams look like ass. Hell, the Tiger Cats, I'm waiting for. Argos did not look that bad this week. Montreal, just great. Blue Bombers, you guys, you guys are up and down, inconsistent. You guys looked bad. There we go. I said it. You guys looked bad. But like, Niagara athlete Tyrell Ford got his very first CFL interception. Here's the clip. All for naught to lose in overtime to the Calgary Stampeders. Now the Elks and Lions. Elks didn't look that bad on offense, but the defense looked very bad, very sluggish, looked slow. Toronto FC just lost to Orlando City. The season's off. When you put majority of your cap in a quarterback, when you have Trey Ford, do I really have to rant about this every week? I'm gonna rant about it every week. Okay, so think about this: you have a quarterback on a rookie salary, and he's flashy, he's good enough. His name is Trey. His last name's Ford. Instead, you want to spend majority of your cap paying a quarterback $500,000 a season instead of boostering your defense. Well, they are trying to. They just brought in Sean Oakman today. See how that goes. But still, it's a lot more work. You should have taken out $500,000 and scattered it around that defensive football field and that defensive side of the football field and or the ball. They didn't. Chris Jones, you're on the hot seat this year, and if you don't win a game by week 8, you're out of town. Ciao, bye. You're going back to the States, pal. Ciao, bye bye. I think you should have been gone last year. Ciao, bye. Make me the head coach. I'll tell you that. Give me a budget. Trade the quarterback on his rookie salary. Everyone's good. Offense is good. Give me that $500,000. I'm getting a corner. I'm getting a new linebacker. I'm boosting the D-line. I'm boosting everyone else. Boosting depth, too. But instead of 21 years old talking into a camera. And if anybody is watching this think I'm wrong, please comment down below. Because I actually want to hear some people's thoughts on that. I think you should have taken that $500,000 and boosted it around the football field on defense, on the defensive side. Like, yeah, Bethel Thompson's a good quarterback and all, but you also have a flashier quarterback, a younger quarterback on a rookie salary, and people are forgetting that. I don't know if he's actually on his rookie salary. I think he's on his third-year option, if I'm not mistaken. And people are just going to think, what's this idiot kid talking about? Trust me, just look at the film. The offense is okay. Defense is awful. And you could have taken that money and scattered it around the field. I'm going to keep on saying it. Not an idiot. As I'm talking about football, the IFAF World U20 Championship just wrapped up. Team USA got embarrassed. They lost a bronze medal game. Shocker, right? They didn't go to the gold medal game. Canada won their third straight. They three-peated at the U20 Championship. And people are like, who did the US have? Obviously, if the U.S. took their great guys from like D1 programs like Alabama, Georgia, Notre Dame, USC, schools like that, Penn State, they would probably destroy this competition. But they didn't. They didn't have bad players. If you go, I actually had to Google a lot of the guys. They're actually pretty high-named recruits. Some of them are actually committed to some schools. They're not bad. Canada has a lot of youth sports athletes. I'm pretty sure their quarterback is the backup quarterback for the Carleton Ravens on Canada 1, the team that won the gold, not Canada 2. Canada had 2 teams in the competition, so I remember that too. And the other team came 5th. There was actually a Niagara athlete. I can't remember his name, but he was on Canada 2. On the Canada 2nd team, Canada 2. But on Canada 1, that won the championship. I'm pretty sure their their starting quarterback's the backup quarterback for the Carleton Ravens. So they had talent. Every country had talent. The country that didn't have talent was Brazil. They lost 110-0 to Canada. But congrats to Canada. Congrats to Team Canada winning their third consecutive championship gold medal. Making Canada proud. Go back to your respective schools and bring this motivation into your next season. All right, so my camera actually died, so I'm just going to record the rest of this on my phone because I have one more segment to go, and it's literally just talking about Euros and Copa, and then the video is done. Well, actually, then I have one announcement that I really want to talk about, but I don't even know where I left off when my camera died. Unprepared. Now, see, I'm unprepared. There we go. I was unprepared. Seems like it. Trust me, I wasn't really unprepared. The battery was actually full. Charged it all day. I don't know why it died. I must have been yip-yapping for a minute now. But the quarterfinals is Spain and Germany at 12 o'clock, and Portugal and France, the next one at 3 o'clock. My predictions right here. Spain beats Germany in a close match. France beats Portugal in another close match. And the last match is from last week. Portugal almost lost to Slovenia, but they did win in pens. And Diego Costa, the goalkeeper for Portugal, saved their damn lives. He did. Saved them. Portugal won in pens 3-0. Their goalie was a brick wall. Cristiano Ronaldo, missed a pen earlier in the game in the knockouts, and actually in the overtime, in the extras, was crying tears, and then he steps up, perfect placement. That's the Ronaldo we all know and love. France beat Belgium 1-0. England did advance, took them extras to beat Slovakia 2-1. Spain destroyed Georgia 4-1. In the next quarterfinals, we have England versus Switzerland. Switzerland did beat Italy 2-0. Depressing. And we have Turkey against the Netherlands. Turkey has been actually very underrated in this tournament, and they've played great. They played incredible. They have been playing incredible. Okay. Turkey. But I think Netherlands beats them, and I think England beats Switzerland, and the semi matchups, how they do it. But let's go talk about the Copas for a quick second. My phone is ringing. Let's talk about the Copas. Canada makes it out of their group, second place. Like I said, like I expected. It was low key getting sweaty on Saturday against Chile, but the boys prevailed. The boys pulled through, and they tied. The States are knocked out, and Mexico is knocked out. Does that mean Canada is better than the United States and Mexico now? This guy thinks so. To kick off the quarterfinals now, tomorrow on Thursday. So when this releases, this will release on Thursday. Argentina will go up against Ecuador. Argentina is going to win that. And then on Friday, Canada will play Venezuela in the quarterfinals. Canada, I don't know what to expect because Canada really can't score right now, and they're having difficulty of not putting the balls in the back of the net. I do think they do. I'm already saying. Okay, you guys don't even understand what I'm talking about right now. But let me slow it down a little bit. The brain's going so fast because I have so much I want to talk about. I think this has been a successful tournament for Canada, even if they don't go far. If they don't win this quarterfinals matchup in the first Copa America ever, they're in the quarters. They play Venezuela. Venezuela should win this. They finished first in Group B. They're undefeated. I think Canada is going to be in some trouble because Venezuela can actually put the ball in the back of the net. Canada cannot. Let's see what happens. But I think this has been a very enjoyable tournament to watch for Team Canada. I think it's been a successful tournament for Team Canada. And I do think and I do believe that Canada, if they do get into the next Copa, will be more competitive. And I do think this is a great thing to look out for when the World Cup it happens in 2 years. They will be more competitive. I think if they just keep on doing them, they'll be in a good spot, 110%. And then Saturday we have Colombia versus Panama. Colombia will kill them, destroy them. Colombia is on a 27 game unbeaten streak or something like that. I could be totally way off. And then Brazil, Uruguay. Brazil will win that, and then go up to the semis. Copa America actually has been a pretty fun tournament. But the one thing I have to say is no extra time. Just straight to pens. What is that? I don't know. That's why Copa is always a lower tournament compared to the Euros. You got more hype. You got more magic. And the officiating in the Euros is 10 times, 100 times better than Copa. These officials suck. Sorry, not sorry. That's all I have for the soccer topic. Let's move on to my last topic of the day. I want to just put an announcement out there. Ooh. Well, let's fix that, eh? If you guys didn't know, I coach football. I coach single A football for the Niagara Generals. That organization is the Niagara Regional Minor Football Association. Next season, next summer, if there's a grown-up watching this video right now, I don't know if there is, but if there is, sign your kid up to play some tackle football. You're going to get coached by great guys. I've been having a blast. This is my second season coaching with the organization, Niagara Regional Minor Football Association, and it has been nothing but fun. It's just fun to coach, and the kids learn a lot. Like the kids that I coached last year. It started last year. The kids that I coached last year have improved so much. Even these kids this year, they were a bigger mission to coach this year, but they have been improving immensely, and it's been something fun to watch. And as a parent, I would like to think that seeing your kid improve day in and day out will be something incredible to watch. As a father, as a mother, so sign your kid up for tackle football. But they also have a flag football program. If your kid wants to learn the basics of being a defensive back, a quarterback, a receiver, sign them up for flag football first. But before high school, like majority of my kids are right now, a year before they go into high school, or 2 years before they go into high school, they started playing tackle football. I would say do that. Put your kid at tackle football if he's the ages 12 and 14. Because when it comes to high school and they've never played tackle football, just flag, they're not going to know the basics. And this is where we are. We'll teach them the basics. Sign your kid up for football. You're going to be either coached by me and my great staff of all my buddies, or you're going to be coached by the older guys, and they have a lot of experience and they know football. They know ball. And it's just fun. So please sign your kid up for football. And if you're scared about injuries, I know a lot of parents are scared of injuries, head injuries, but this is why you play this type of level of football, to learn the basics, how to protect yourself on the football field from concussions and all that, how to hit properly. So in game you can do it and you can protect yourself at all times. You don't got to be scared about that. We teach our kids safety. That's number one priority that we teach at the start of the seasons. And we still keep on drilling them in the basics so they become better. That's how they improve. The Niagara Regional Minor Football Association, the last 2 years has been amazing. The friends I have made from coaching the last 2 years have been incredible. And the other coaches, for me being a young coach, I learned a lot from the older guys, up 110%, and it's been a blast. So if parents, you want to get into coaching, or even my friends, you want to get into coaching, Niagara RMFA is the way to go to start coaching. We're 21, majority of my guys, and we're coaching a single A football program, and it's been incredible. It's been so much fun. And yeah, maybe you guys be lucky enough to be coached by me. that's pretty much all I want to say. I just wanted to just shout them out a little bit because they've been nothing but supportive and amazing with me and my friends coaching, and we're just trying to get more kids into the sport. And I honestly, I think a parent's aspect that are scared for their kid to play football. Don't be scared to play football. Football teaches your kid, honestly, some self-discipline and stuff like that. So play football, send your kid for football. Next year will be fun. And if you don't want the kid playing tackle right away, they have a flag football program. And that's all I want to talk about. And that's all I want to talk about in this episode. Thank you for watching the Daniel Federico Show. Until next week, I'll see you guys later. Stay safe. Enjoy yourself. Ciao.